Hello, everyone.
Okay.
On behalf of AI Certs and PCI Learning and Development, I'm delighted to welcome you to today's special session Smart Projects, Smarter Managers AI Roles in the Next Generation PMs. My name is Srishti, and I'll be your host for the session. At AI Certs, we are committed to empowering professionals and organizations to thrive in the AI driven future. As a global leader in AI focused certifications and training, we provide skill based industry relevant programs that bridge the gap between cutting edge innovation and real world applications. Our partner for today, PCI Learning and Development, specializes in delivering high impact, practical learning experiences led by seasoned trainers and industry experts. Even as training budgets tighten and the learning landscape evolves, they remain dedicated to providing accessible and strategic development opportunities for professionals worldwide. Thank you all for joining us today. We are thrilled to have you here. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our speaker, Fred El Khudari. Fred is a highly distinguished project management trainer, a passionate coach, and associate partner of PCI Learning and Development. With over 30 years of global experience in coaching, consulting, and training, he has empowered professionals in over 20 countries across industries like IT, construction, and engineering. Fred also teaches emotional intelligence and executive leadership at the American universities in Cairo and serves as a coach at Fire Dragon Coaching in the Maldives. With a reputation for vibrant, high impact delivery, Fred is here to shed light on how AI is shaping the future of project management. Let's welcome Fred here. But before we start, just a quick FYI for all of you. We'll be having an live question answer session post presentation. So I request you all to drop your questions in the Q&A box or chat box. We'll be happy to assist. Over to you, Fred.
Thank you very much for the lovely introduction. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad and honored to be here with you today. Um, we are having a very interesting topic, smart projects, smarter managers, focusing on the AI's role in the next generation project manager. I don't want to talk a lot about the topic. I want to jump immediately into the topic. So let's go together by integrating AI into the project management and the process behind it and how to do it. Last but not least, we're going to focus on the project manager himself or herself. What does the new project manager looks like? What skills do they need to have? So mainly focusing on these four, let's start with the first part, introduction to the AI and project management. So I have a question for you, and I would encourage everyone to write down in the chat from your point of view. Okay, how can AI help in project management? In which areas? What activities? What do you think? Whether you are an experienced AI person or an experienced project manager. Okay, so risks is one of the biggest areas where we use AI. Yes, thank you very much. Automation. So routine activities, we do automation for them to free ourselves. Task status. So getting to know in real time what tasks are happening, which tasks in which percentages of achievement. Reports. It can help in planning and managing, definitely. This is what we're looking for. Coordination, of course. Data analytics, now we're talking in technical terms. Thank you, Mr. Hassan. Decision making and risk, two major areas in project management. Definitely risks is a repeated answer. Decision making based on data, not intuition, and actually getting the quickest respond of decisions. That's one of the biggest areas. Thank you. Okay, there are so many answers, great answers, like knowledge management, again, decision research, speed up tasks. Thank you very much for saying that. Planning, again, definitely part of it. Time management, staying organized, reducing complexities, Actually, that's a tricky one. Reducing complexities depends on what is our definition of complexities. Some people say AI is adding to the complexity. Some people are saying no, it's actually reducing complexity. Let's see a little bit about that. Reports, thank you. So setting priorities and uncovering bottlenecks. Thank you very much for saying that, Gawit. Saying that you with no experience, okay, getting great answers. Risk planning, managing schedules, timeline, data analytics, divisions. Wow, so many answers there. I'm just trying to skim through them. Resource management, financial management. Okay, so it seems like budgeting is there, Q&A is there, monitoring, evaluation, project monitoring again. Definitely a couple of great communication and collaboration, chatbots, virtual assistants. It seems like that's a okay. That's a great answer generated, I believe. Okay, project health, stakeholders analysis. Thank you for that one. That's a new one. Mapping, definition. Okay, great answers. Great answers. A lot of repeated answer. Forecasting again, matrices, brainstorming ideas generically, risks and risk assessment, visualization, seeing things in real time. Wow, great answers. Wow. Okay. So, gentlemen, I'm very happy, ladies and gentlemen here. It seems like you are well aware of the topic. So let's see. Since we had these great answers, and we might add one or two extra insights, we're still getting answers. Um, okay, so why are we now in this period where we are thinking about project management and we want to add this AI part? Why is the AI part very important? Actually, there are several things. Like, for example, PMI in 2024, they came up with a very interesting statistic saying that 70% of projects exceed timeline or budget. And that's one of the great the iron triangle is like delivering on time within budget. If 70% of the projects exceed, there are so many reasons for that, and there are more opportunities to actually be able to use AI to minimize that number. It's a great number. It's a great opportunity for project managers to actually make a real difference. If we manage to minimize that number from 70% to 50% to 40%, we are getting a lot of success. Data is becoming so huge, and our reliance on data is so huge. And traditional tools are really struggling. We are struggling with traditional tools. Why? Because of the speed of change. That's the main reason. Human beings are great and they're intelligent, but relatively with big data, we are slow. So sometimes we might need this AI part. Uh, Data, complexity of the data, distributed teams and hybrid teams and virtual teams. I mean, now, especially after the 2020 lockdown and so on, we are now relying on remote teams heavily, and that is adding more challenges to our job as project managers. We have a lot of pressure from management, from clients, from different stakeholders for speed and for visibility. We're talking about agile, and we are having like a peak of tools in the past 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Like there is an explosion of tools that can help us, and because we have the technology and we have the need and we have the data, this is the right time to make this shift and this integration. So let's see where you mentioned many areas. I would just include them in these four major parts: improving decision making, enhancing productivity and efficiency, cost saving, and definitely everything. The bottom line is cost saving. Last but not least, risk mitigation. Definitely that goes under the umbrella or part of it. We cannot forget communication. Communication. Let's see a little bit in details. First of all, because there is a misperception about what AI is and how can it help project managers. So let's understand. AI is simply a group, a set of systems that learn from data, and as people from IT, they say garbage in, garbage out. So data is your main input. If you have enough data and you need to work with data, this is where AI will help. Not everyone is ready for AI, but we will see that later. We have something we call machine learning. Machine learning does in AI means that we learn the patterns, we learn the way, the process, and the more the more projects that you apply with AI, the more your AI tool gets to know you and the way your methodology, your way of working, and will adjust everything to your style. Okay, so we have project management styles. We have something called NLP, natural language processing, and that's an amazing part, very important in communication inside the project. 70% of our time we're spending it as project managers doing communication, whether internally with our team or externally with our stakeholders. Your personal assistant AI will do that for you. Um, Actually, there is a question here: NLP or text analytics. Actually, this is part of this one, but the big picture is NLP, natural language processing, where we understand the language, we understand the meaning behind the language, and we are able to generate text that is aligned 100% with the other person. So AI could support in planning, in analysis, in monitor and control, in team communication. Let's see that in a little bit details. Okay, so on one side, we have human intelligence, where we learn things, we reason things, and then we self-correct. And this is exactly what AI will do for us. We have something called machine learning, algorithms improving through data, correct data. NLP again, which is extremely important in communication. We have chatbots, we have assistants, we have they can generate emails for us. They can communicate with decision makers, with stakeholders in real time, with real data, with real time information and decisions. And I can say easily, people do not really see the difference between when they get a human reaction or an AI reaction. Actually, the AI reaction now, with the development of NLP, is even yes. Feel free to ask any questions. You write the questions here or in the Q&A, and we will definitely answer all the questions towards the end. Okay. We can. This is an interesting question. Maybe Paul, I believe you can answer this one. From where AI gets data related to my projects or projects in general? So we have many answers for that question. Parts of it is the data that we put in there, and other parts come from the industry, from the literacy, from research. Everywhere where there is data related to similar projects or your projects, or from inside the database of your organization, uh, you can get data from there. This is actually a very important topic. We're going to come talk about that topic in a moment, because as I said earlier, not everyone is ready for AI. Okay, very important part. Um, Data-driven decisions. So it's based on data again. Predictive analytics, and we're talking about all the estimations that we are doing. Part of what a question I always get in the training room is, how can I get my estimates correct as much as possible? And we say, okay, we rely on our experience, we rely all on the trends, we rely on the data we have from previous projects and so on. But the process is very slow and it's not that accurate. Using AI tools, very fast and way much more accurate. The next part is automation routine. So anything that you are doing as a systematic process, AI can do it for you. So reports, we have weekly reports, we have bi-weekly reports, we have monthly reports, we have communication emails, information updates, status updates. Communication, as we said, 70% of our time as project managers is in automation. Just imagine that you have your intelligent assistant doing all that routine work, preparing meetings, for example, preparing the agendas for the meetings, and the sending memos after the meeting with the meeting minutes and everything, making sure that everyone knows his or her task, following up on these tasks. This is very simple tasks done by AI tools, so you have enough time to focus on more important things, whether human relationship or strategic thinking. And actually, that's a question I want to ask you, everyone here. What routine tasks is consuming a lot of your time that you would like AI to do for you? If you'd like to answer give me a couple of answers in the chat. What are some routine tasks? Yes. And yeah, thank you for the detailed answer there. Reporting, yes, reporting, documentations. Thank you. That's a very generic. Yes. Okay, so we are talking about reporting. We do that daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and like every time we're reporting to everyone. And by the time we report, real projects or real data has already changed. So this is another advantage of AI. Communication follow-up. Okay, so how much time do you spend following up on activities, following up on vendors, suppliers, team members, doing the work, and do you get accurate answers? And how much time do you consume there? Summarizing status meetings, accepting meetings, your own calendar, managing your team's calendar. One of the most difficult and challenging is resource allocation and managing the calendars, different calendars with different time zones and with different vacations and days off and full-time, part-time, virtual, and so on. Imagine that this is done like with a simple click. Spending follow-up emails to get process on tasks. Yes, when they are not on tasks, we said 70% of the time we are behind schedule. Risk analysis. Thank you. Risk analysis, creating risk register, doing the risk analysis. A lot of things that AI can do for us. Following up on vendors. Thank you very much. Our biggest pain. Actually, instead of wasting time just following up on vendors, we can let AI do that for us, and we focus more on building a strategic alliance with our vendors so that we don't need to keep following up on them all the time. We help them solve their problems before they happen. Over budget, overdue tasks, estimating and monitoring, which is not correct most of the time, at least 25% of the time. Reports again. Okay, so Hisham is mentioning something related to agile. Yeah, writing user stories. How many user stories on average do you write on a daily or weekly basis? Imagine that AI can do that for you by just knowing the profile of the stakeholders, different profiles, and they go and they create the persona of the stakeholders on its own and come up with the user stories. Like maybe 90% of the time they're actually even better than what the real user would say. Team progress reports, content generation for daily updates, briefing summary. Okay, definitely content, and we are talking about ChatGPT as one of the biggest tools there. Generative AI in general. Okay, planning, delivery. Great answers, everyone. Great answers, and actually, the need is tremendous there. The need to minimize the time. Okay, quarter progress reports, weekly reports, daily reports, stand-up, follow-up, communication, decision. Okay, decision making again. Yeah, we do a lot of decisions there. I can't say it's repetitive, but the process of decision making is repetitive, but different decisions in different situations, and that's again where the power of AI comes. Okay. I think the slides or part of the slides and actually the recording of the webinar will be shared. Um, okay, thank you very much. A lot of great answers there. Okay, okay, and thank you very much for all my colleagues also for answering a lot of the questions that are popping up in the chat. Okay, having that said, let's focus on a couple of areas. Number one, planning. Okay, so project management is like planning, executing, monitor and control, communication, collaboration, and different knowledge areas like risk management, like schedule management, and so on. So where can we see AI really making a difference? Predictive analytics, like you said earlier, risk management, cost management, schedule management, specifically deviations, whether minor deviations or big deviations. This is where uh, AI can help us in really reducing that gap and always being on the plan. And if we are deviated from the plan, like it's in real time, we can recognize that there is a variance and we make the right decisions. It's based on historical projects, is based on the industry norms, based on different researches. So we are really getting very good estimations, even better than the with a tolerance better than what is accepted by PMI and other institutes. Generative AI tools like ChatGPT can help us in creating the WBS, creating the scope statement, creating most of the text that you want in your reports and emails and whatever. I mean, it's done like that, and I believe a lot of you, from the answers, are actually using now one of the famous tools, ChatGPT, for creating your own text and generating even better and better results. Like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, we got the new update of ChatGPT. I think it was ChatGPT 5. Accuracy, clarity of data and information. That's only in the planning phase. What about the scheduling and execution? For example, scheduling and execution, it's one of the best areas is optimizing resource allocation. I mean, one of the biggest challenges and one of the easiest things that can be done using AI. So, which resources to work on which tasks, and what happens if one resource or more than one resource is not available for any time? What if they are behind schedule for any time, for any reason? I mean, we don't wait couple of days to realize that we are behind schedule. I mean, it's done instantly in real time. It can also predict bottlenecks, expected bottlenecks, and recommend changing in the network diagram, changing in the resource allocation, changing the resources themselves, checking the availability and the quality of resources to put them in the right tasks. When we're talking about change management, especially when we're talking about agile, actually, because agile depends a lot on sprints and changes, a lot of changes and so on. Predictions here are really, really accurate, especially in the execution part. And the lovely thing about what we can do here is that, like, we know MS Project, for example, but it can be integrated. There is an AI add-on for it. We have Jira, we have Asana. We're going to talk about tools in a moment. If we are talking about stakeholders management, for example, this is where NLP, because stakeholders, you want to send emails, and instead of having a template for email and just changing the name of the stakeholder and then maybe one or two parts of the body of the email so that it looks as if it is customized for that specific stakeholder, actually AI can really customize all the emails and all the communications to meet the preferences and the language preferences of our stakeholders, different stakeholders, not only the language preferences, but their based on their different styles and their preferences of uh, the feeling of the information. So whether they want it firm or they want it strong, or they are just data related, or they are human related, or they like to be influenced, they like direct information, they like I mean, everyone has their own personality, and AI can use whatever data you give them, and they also can learn, and they learn from the feedback, and they learn from the social media interactions. They go and they check all of these things, and they come up with a specific way to deal with every specific stakeholder based on their preferences. Engagement happens instantly. It's like sometimes when I get excited and start talking about AI and so on, it seems like it's magic. AI is not magic, but there is a lot of tools there that really can help. I mean, and we are just in the beginning. We are just in the beginning of it. Collaboration and monitoring. I mean, when you're talking about people in different locations, people in different time zones, how can you personalize the communication between you as a project manager and everyone in your team? It seems like uh, it's a difficult task. Yeah, it's difficult, but again, AI can help. For example, if you want to know how does my team feel? Are they burnt out, for example? Are they really not into the project? They're not engaged so much. Their morale is down. I mean, these kind of things. AI can help us very, very much because AI is very powerful in processing all the linguistic with the NLP linguistic response. They go and check your profiles. They go and check everything that you post on social media, and then they come up with an analysis what is happening with this person at that moment. I mean, yes, as human beings we can do that, but we cannot do it as fast and as accurate as the AI tool. I have a quiz for you just to see who's with us. Again, in the chat, read the question, the four answers, and please give us from your point of view. Is it A or B or C or D? What is the best answer? TMI style questions. Okay, great. Great. I'm getting a lot of answers and they all say B, B. Only one A. I saw an A somewhere. Okay, so let's see. It is B. Yes, enhanced predictive analytics. This is one of the primary future trends of AI. Why is it called future trend? It's not a current trend because actually it is there. But the more you use your AI tool, the more it becomes accurate, and the uh, predictive analytics enhances with the more time you use it. I mean, everyone who mentioned that they are using ChatGPT, every time you do a query or you do a search or you enhance that search, ChatGPT learns about your way of doing things, and then next time you find it that it's very customized to what you want. Let's have another question. Okay. And now we're getting another respond. Okay, I think these questions are very easy for you. You got it, everyone. Well done. So yes, the right answer is C. By developing technical competencies, ethical awareness, and continuous learning. This is how we are prepared for the next generation project managers. Okay, I'll just skip question 3 because it seems like these questions are easy. I want to share with you a couple of case studies, very quick case studies, just to see that there is a real value. People are actually using the tools. For example, this is from the telecom industry, a global rollout for 5G nodes. because it's done in sprint, and using the AI tools to manage the backlog and the velocity. Like we reduce the sprint time by 15%. It's improved by 15%. 15%, you remember we said 70% of the projects are either behind schedule or whatever. So that's only one thing that was managed. Another construction, for example, project, we by working on the schedules, changing the schedules in just seconds based on whatever delays are happening or whatever resources changing or everything that happens in real life, and by detecting the right time when the equipment might have a downtime to minimize the downtime, so being predictive of the delays that might happen, we managed to reduce the contingency buffer. Last but not least, this is something that we used for NLP, for example. I mean, using NLP as a tool in the global SaaS product. People started on social media and giving some feedback and giving some reviews, different ways, just reviews, saying some negative things about the prices, a bit too high, is not aligned with whatever we want to do. So immediately we managed to adjust the way we are communicating with people, the message that is being sent to everyone, because of the feedback and because of the reviews instantly. Again, the keyword here is real time. Okay. Yes, I know that we do that in real life, but we don't do it in real time. Okay, that's the key here. Now we come to the next part, which is the tools. Okay. Before moving into the tools, I want to share with you my magic formula. Something I like to tell everyone in our training sessions. If you want to succeed, whether it's AI or it's any skill, or you want to be a good leader, you want to be a good negotiator, there is this magic formula, and it consists of three things. Number one, you have to have a proper methodology to use. Okay, so a systematic methodology to follow. Number two, you have to have all the tools, or enough tools to help you do your work. And this is where this power here of AI, because we have a lot of tools, we have thousands of tools available. Yeah, I don't think, I'm not expecting everyone to know all the 1,000 tools, but at least get to know the new tools so that you have this very powerful part of the success formula. So methodology, tools, and number three is the right mindset. And again, AI, we need to have the right mindset about AI, what it can and what it can't, and what AI is for. AI is not here to take our jobs. Okay, that's one concern. Actually, I will prove to you in a moment that AI is there to generate jobs for people, but people who have the right mindset and learn the tools. Let's see that. Please pay attention also to the chat, because we have a lot of interesting stuff on the chat with a lot of promotions from my colleagues. Okay. So AI tools. So reducing the delays, preventing difficulties, decision making. These are some of the tools that we are using. For example, okay, and this is just an example, and I'm just mentioning a couple of available tools. Some we might know. For example, NLP, natural language processing. I mean, the communication in a human way. Okay, we have Google Bert, we have OpenAI, ChatGPT. In other words, I mean, we're using that nowadays. And ChatGPT is like, you tell ChatGPT, I want you to prepare this email, and I want it to write it in a slang language, and I want it to be friendly, very friendly. I mean, this is what NLP is all about. Chatbots. Chatbots is your assistant that answers all the questions to a lot of people. Many, I mean, if it's designed in a good way, many do not really know that there is no human being in the other side. So human like. Predictive analytics, we mentioned that before. We have IBM Watson, we have I actually we have so many there. We are just suggesting one. Robotics. Okay, so robotic processing automation, which is automating the work that we are used to do, like responding to emails, like generating meetings, whatever. We have scheduling tools. We have one amazing tool. It's called Liquid Planner, for example. It's an amazing tool. Any of these tools, as simple as okay, go and check it. I always do that. I just this is the tool. Go and check it. You need days and days, hours and hours to check all the tools, but just go and check whatever you find interesting for you. For example, advanced reporting, we have Tableau, which is a very powerful tool, and we have Power BI. Okay, these are just examples. Okay, and we are not recommending anything at this stage. Okay, we're just saying example. Other examples, like for example, we have Monday, very famous tool, very powerful tool, by the way. Monday, Sana, again, amazing thing. ClickUp, love it. Microsoft Project, the one that a lot of project managers do already know about it. See how AI can integrate and can help there. Fat pods, of course, so many. For task management, and of course, task management / resource management and scheduling and cost, we have Asana, we have Trello. For scheduling, we have Liquid Planner. We mentioned that already. For risk management, for example, I'm just jumping there. We have an amazing tool called Riskalyze. This is a very powerful tool, very interesting tool. By the way, it's not only about the tool. It's about the tool and about the data and about the person who's going to use the tool. I'm sorry, who's going to use the tool. So this is where we come as project managers. Again, don't expect magic. Okay. I'm sorry to say. Jira, yes. Thank you very much who said Jira. It has to be there. Definitely. Jira is a very powerful tool. Another tool, very powerful. AI is not magic. Okay. But AI is very powerful. We need to understand the power of AI to actually use it. But don't expect magic. Thank you. I see a couple of you mentioning other names and other tools, amazing tools. We are here not to sell any specific tool. We are just mentioning that there are hundreds of tools. You can use it in projects. It's a complete waste of time if you're still going to do project management in the old-fashioned way, depending only on your skills as a project manager. Still important, but our skills also need to develop. And I think that's our next part there. Okay, this is like a quick comparison there. But we mentioned two, Trello and Asana, just for a quick comparison. Like Trello, for example, depends on visual and color coding, and it is very important or very nice to use when you are doing marketing or creative and development teams working with visual tasks and so on. So it's very interesting for Agile, for example, because we use a lot of visual monitor and control tools there. Whereas Asana, again, is very interesting for operations, for sales, for HR teams, when you have everything in a structured way. Okay, not visually that much. What is this? Actually, this is just I'm not going to go into details of this one. I just want to show you that there is a process when you want to decide to choose what is the right tool for me. Okay, actually, when an organization asks what would be a good AI tool for me, that's a great opportunity for anyone who is an expert in project management and who has the right mindset and wants to become, for example, a consultant for integrating AI with project management. That's a new job. It's not. I can't say it's not there. We are already doing that. PCI and with the help of AI Certs and with my esteemed colleagues. It's a new consultation job. People will ask, what is the right tool for me? Of course, it depends on what is your objective? What is the situation of your data? because there was a question, a very interesting question, where do we get data from? Actually, we have to check the data of your organization. Is the data ready or not? And sometimes it takes like 3-4 months just to prepare the data for you to be able to use the AI tool. How much budget are you willing to spend? Is your team ready mentally and ready emotionally and ready as trained and skilled with the data? I mean, we have a lot of things. Another very interesting process here, like you identify opportunities, you have clear objectives. Implementing AI is not an objective on its own. Okay, AI is a tool for you to do something. So what is that something? Okay, so make sure that you know your own objectives. You have enough data, whether data it's collected or you need to collect data, you need to prepare data, you need to enhance data, you need to modify the data. I mean, we do a lot of work on the data so that it's ready. And then we choose the model, and then we implement the model, and then we enhance continuous improvement with the model that we're using, sorry, the model and the tools and everything. And then goes the part of training. A lot of training goes there also. I mean, it's not a straightforward process. I like Asana, I'll just go and apply it. Sometimes it might not, you are choosing the right AI tools. Depending on the size of your company, the size of your projects, let me say, the technology behind, skills, the technology skills available for your team, and what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And it's always a very good recommendation. Start small and grow with your system. Going to the last part. Okay, so what are we expecting from the new project manager? The project manager, the AI enhanced project manager, and the project management industry. So what is expected, and what do we need to be ready? For example, uh, AI now is transforming across all sectors everywhere. You can apply AI, and if you are good in AI, you can actually have your CV. You can apply your CV, and you can apply for a job in any industry. It's not technical related. If you are from the construction, you can go and work in IT. If you are in IT, you can go for uh, operation and manufacturing. I mean, it's very easy. One thing that is interesting here is that now, this year and last year, I can say that we were there. Some people said, no, 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 it's not going to work. Where we don't know anything about computers. No, computers are not fair. They are not ethical. You cannot apply this. You cannot apply that. When we had the internet, or even if you go back like 100 years ago, there was a march in New York, or a protest from mathematics teachers, and they wanted to ban the use of calculators. Why? Because it's not making life fair. So we are in the same era exactly. So we want to make sure that everything is right and everything is fair. And actually, we know that this is the future. This is where we are going. So, what do we need as project managers? What kind of skills we want to develop? So, collaboration, communication, changes and risks, developing our own skills, enhancing our responsibilities towards our teams and towards our organization. Um, let's see a couple of the skills. Okay, a couple of skills are very important, by the way. You want to develop, you want to be that project manager. Number one, you need to have the technical competency. So technical competency, I'm not talking it, but I'm talking about some of the technicalities of AI. You need to understand a little bit about AI, a little bit more than AI. Background and they write code and whatever. No, at all. We don't need that. But you need to understand AI. You need to understand the power of AI, and you need to understand how to use AI. Another part, which is strategic thinking. Yeah, strategic thinking in related to using the technology, using the data, and ethical awareness. Extremely important part about ethical awareness, because like everything in life, you can use it ethically or you can use it unethically. And our profession as project managers need to be professional, need to be ethical. So we need to learn about that. AI is something that you need to continuously learn. Um, I don't think we are going to stop learning because the AI field, it changes on daily basis. So we need to be up to date on daily basis. I'm not joking, a daily basis. Last but not least, you need to collaborate with AI experts. This is something here that it's extremely important. You have to associate yourself with AI experts. And this is where PCI and this is where AI certs come in handy. I mean, PCI, they're experts. They offer training, they offer certification, they offer support, they offer consultation. Same thing for AI certs. Uh, Make sure to collaborate with AI experts, whatever experts you have, websites, different organizations. Uh, if I want to put it in bullet points, okay, make sure you understand what AI really is. Have the mindset of continuous learning. Make sure that you are focused on ethics. Collaborate and partner with subject matter experts and consultants and AI communities, again, such as PCI and AI certs. They help a lot. Make sure that now you are more flexible because everything is going to change. So you have to be adaptive. You have to be resilient. You have to be agile. You personally, in your mindset, you have to be agile because it's changing on daily basis and it's changing very fast. So you need to be changing and fast all the time. Make sure that you read a lot about AI, learn a lot about AI, get certificates about AI, amazing things. AI trends, make sure that you know what is happening in the AI world. Again, I keep saying engage with AI communities. Very, very, very important because the more you are associated with professional communities in AI, the more you will learn about tools, the more you will learn about AI agents, which is something I will leave for you to check. Uh, uh, if you can participate in AI conferences just for the sake of AI, even if it's not project management related. Collaborate with experts, again, continuous learning. Okay. Two questions for you. Or actually, one question. Let's see. Read the question, read the answers, and again, A, B, C, or D from your point of view. A, A, A. A, A. Okay, I will give you like 30 seconds because I want everyone to participate. Okay, I don't think anyone is going to say so. A and D. Okay, thank you. That's a new question. By focusing solely on automating repetitive. Okay, the keyword here, why is it not D? Because it's the words solely. Okay, we don't focus only on automation. Yes, that's part of what we do, but it's not the only thing we do. So the right answer here is A. Thank you very much. Now comes the time for a poll, and we want to hear from you. So I think back to you. Yes, thank you. There is the poll. Choose from your point of view, from your industry. Where do you think AI is going to help you most? I know it might be more than one answer, but you need to choose only one. So is it planning and estimation, or is it more important with risk management, team engagement, reporting and dashboards, finally stakeholder communication? By the way, AI helps in all of these with you. Okay, let's take another 10 seconds. Make sure to press submit so that we get your answers. Okay, so can we get the answers, please? Are we having any time limit there? Okay. Yes, thank you very much. So the two highest, planning and estimation, followed by reporting and dashboards. Stakeholders communication doesn't seem like a favorite topic here, or it's not the biggest pain, but okay, planning, estimation, reporting, and dashboards. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion with us, because this is very important for us also to understand where are the areas that we might consider focusing more and doing more webinars and helping you also in these specific areas. So we have our answers there. Thank you very much. Moving on to the final part, which is some of the certificates. Some of the certificates actually AI Certs and PCI, they offer a lot of amazing certifications, not for the sake of certification, but even more for the sake of understanding and being able to apply. So, for example, you can get certified as an AI project manager. Okay, so it's called AI Plus Project Management. You can see the logo on the right side. If you go and check my profile, you'll find that I have this certification, and it was one of the most enjoyable experiences I had while I was studying and learning and getting to know more about AI and more about how to apply it in project management. So that's a certification that you can do. To do this certification, you need to pass an exam, 50 questions. And the studying part, you can do it either online with a live trainer online, or you can do it face to face, or you can do it even as a self study. And you will get the link for if you wish to do something like this, you will get a link in a moment, or it's already in the chat several times. If you want to register for such, you want more information, or you want to register for that application. The other thing, which is a very interesting thing, and it's a very new, and I believe you might also have a lot of promotions. This is from Paul. You can you can definitely verify that. We have two face-to-face training programs. The first one is a 2-day program. It's called AI Awareness for Project Managers. Simply here, we introduce the AI part of project managers for project managers who are already experienced in doing project managers, like myself, having like 30 years of experience, 20 years of experience, 10 years of experience in applying project management with your own tools and your own skills. So now I want to put the hat of AI on top of that. So how can we do it? We do a practical training, and in addition, you also get the AI certificate, similar to the 1-day certificate I mentioned earlier. So you get 2 certificates from this training. You get one related to project management and applications and tools. Definitely, we cover tools and we do it very practically. And at the end of the program, you also get an AI certificate. The second program is a more detailed program, and it's a 5-day program where we cover project management skills and project management methodologies, and we learn about the different knowledge areas. In addition to, we apply here specifically AI tools in all the areas like scope management, schedule management, cost management, resource management, and so on. We apply the AI tools, and again, we have the AI certificate where you are going to do the final exam on the last day. And when you pass the exam, you get 2 certificates, one for the 5 days program about project management and AI, in addition to the AI certificate you get from AI Certs. Very interesting. And again, you can find all the information in the chat and also on the website. So your next step is, let's go and apply. I want to thank you very much for attending this session. We haven't finished yet. We got disconnected like at the beginning, so I think we still have like 5 minutes if you allow us for Q&A. I think we have a lot of questions that was shared there.
Yes, Fred. We do have a lot of questions here. And thank you
Okay.
so much for this insightful session. We'll quickly move on to the questions. I'll pick up a few questions that I can. Uh,
Thank you
so,
very much, Priya.
yeah, here we have, where do you see AI in project management by 2030?
Okay, thank you very much. That's a very interesting question. By 2030, that's like 5 years from today. Um, a lot of changes. Like, okay, so every phase of project management, I see AI is going to be implemented there. Whether we're talking about planning, we're talking about execution, we're talking about analysis, we're talking about real-time scenario simulation. I remember that there was one tool we used to use in scheduling, for example, it's called what if scenario analysis. So I think what if scenario analysis using AI is going to be uh, the tool for real time. It's we are always in what if, and we are changing everything continuously. The role of the project manager is actually going to shift. Instead of doing the tasks and if instead of focusing on the details and doing the communication as we mentioned, he or she is going to focus on strategic relationship building and strategic decisions. This is
Great.
where I think project management is going.
Yeah. So, second we have is, can you share a real world example where AI made a measurable difference in a project success?
Yes, of course. In addition to the three examples we mentioned during the webinar, I can say without, of course, naming any company, but in a construction project, we had a couple of challenges related to delays. Using the AI tools, we were able to estimate the delays before they happen and the bottleneck, and come up with alternative plans for resource allocation, like in real time. So we were predicting what challenges we have in the resources, and then applying these changes in real time. I believe it was at the end of the project, we managed to minimize like 15% of the cost of these kind of delays.
Okay,
So I think
great. Yeah.
that's a good example also. Yes.
Yeah. So next we have, Fred, is what are the main challenges organizations face when introducing AI into project management?
Uh, okay. Thank you very much for that question. Also, whoever shared that question. Actually, the challenges here, I believe, they are the same challenges whenever you introduce something new. I mean, related to change management. For example, you will find resistance. You will find people who are so excited, but they don't have the right tool or the methodology. Maybe the awareness, the lack of awareness about the change, about the AI. That's why we keep saying we need to read a lot about AI. We need to understand the benefits of AI. One of the biggest challenges would be nowadays is the training part. People are not trained, they are not skilled to apply the great things that are available. I mean, the tools are there, but people are not ready for it. So we need to quickly train people and train our teams to be able to do that. Of course, we need communication, we need leadership, we need strategic decisions inside the organizations.
Absolutely. Okay, so last question that we have here that I can quickly pick up is, do you think AI will replace project managers in the future?
Of course, we don't need any project managers at all. Of course, yeah, thank you very much for sharing that fear. The answer is yes and no at the same time. Is it going to replace project managers? Yes, if you decide to stay doing whatever you're doing nowadays in a couple of years, not so many years, you're going to be replaced. But the reality is no. Project managers will never be replaced, but their role is going to change. I mean, a project manager needs to change his or her role. They need to change the mindset. Instead of focusing on tasks and on schedules and on reports and on, I mean, all of these things, we need to start thinking on a strategic level. We need to, let's say, partner with the AI tool. So the AI tool will do all the routine work for you as a project manager to focus more on building good relationship with your stakeholders, strategic decisions. We are not going to do tasks. but we are going to think on a higher level. And if you are this project manager, be ready quickly because change is happening. I'm not saying it's coming, it's already there.
Right. Yeah, so these were some of the questions that we were having, Fred. I would like to thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us today. And I would like to thank everyone who joined and participated. This was actually a very, very engaging session that we just had. And I hope that everybody found this session as enlightening as we did. Thank you so much once again. For the audience, you will be receiving the recording and participation certificate shortly. We would also like to welcome any feedback to help us continue delivering value packed sessions like this. Thank you once again. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much and thank you very everyone. Looking forward to see you hopefully in other webinars or in real life training sessions. Have a nice afternoon and evening and morning wherever you are in the world.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.